Hi again, Andrew Wide here from Freestyle Feet. I'm going to show you some exercises that you can do yourself at home to correct a bunion or a hallux valgus alignment challenge. So we've got Joe here who has, as you can see, a bunion forming here. So the angulation here is the hallux valgus angle, and you can see that ideally we would want that toe to be over here. So what our job today is to teach Jo some exercises that she can do to strengthen the muscles, in particular the abductor hallucis along here, to help maintain that alignment. All right, so the first thing that I'd like to do is to see if Jo can move that toe on her own. So can you slide that toe across? Yeah. So what's happening here is she's using her whole foot and her ankle to do that. And that's okay to start off with, but ideally we want to be able to get that big toe to move on its own across like that. Now what we find is some patients can do this straight away if that muscle is functioning reasonably well. A lot cannot, and if that's you, that's okay as well. What we then do is get some help. So I'll use my fingers, and you can use your hands at home, to straighten that toe up, put it where you want it, and then I'm going to get Jo to gently push down, maintaining contact through here, and we can see we've now got some space, we've got much better alignment, and that forefoot is going to function a lot better, and it'll take stress off the joint capsule here. So hold down for 5 seconds, and then release and relax, and of course it will spread back to where it wants to go. So we want to repeat that over and over. Start with 5 repeats of that, gently push down for 5 seconds, and you can gradually build that up. Lovely, good. So the second thing we want to do is really make sure we can give this a strong stretch across. Because it's been like this, the soft tissues in here, all the way up to here, are going to have been tightened and restricted and reduced in length over time. So we want to give it a nice stretch right across here. Again, you can do this with your own fingers at home, making sure that we start to stretch these tissues and they allow the good alignment to occur. All right, moving on, the next exercise I'm going to get Jo to try and do is what we call toe tapping. So we're going to get the toe to tap here on the ground here, and then see if we can tap it on the ground here. So let's do that, tap and tap. This one's a little trickier. Good. Yeah, that was good. So whilst it's a struggle for Jo to do that, and it might be a struggle for you, that's okay. We're turning muscles on and we're getting them to start to wake up and perform their role that they used to. That looks great. So that is toe tapping. All right. The next one we're going to do is we're going to place the big toe on the ground here. We're going to come up onto the balls of the feet into what we call a seated calf raise, and then back down again. So let's see if we can get the toe across there. Again, you may need to help it, and then up into a seated calf raise. We really want to make sure that you do what Jo's doing beautifully, which is keeping the balls of the feet or the MTP joints down in contact with the ground. So what's happening here is, again, we're straightening up to good alignment, and then we're starting to turn on muscles that maintain that alignment. And that's the secret to longevity through there. Fantastic. Good, and there you have it. There's some simple exercises that you can do, little 5-minute routine at home that will really make a big difference to maintaining alignment.